Oh, it's so nice to be back. I don't know, like, this reminds me of, you know, Oblivion Remastered, you know, it's like the ultimate, like, feel-good game has been back in Europa Universalis. The last time I actually played this, I was in Tokyo for Tokyo Game Show, and I got to speak to one of the devs, which was really fun. Nightmare to bloody play it, though, because they were given, like, a thing, like a speech thing beside us. And it was like just crowded, and it was just people around. So yeah, and it wasn't even to do the speech thing they were doing wasn't even to do with EU5 or like any Paradox game. Weird, and it was all in Japanese. So I was like, not. But yes, sorry, we're back with Europa Universalis, and it has been so long. I know that EU4 has been out, and like there's been like loads of DLC that I never touched. But the problem is like, every new DLC that comes out, you need to completely destroy like your brain to do it, and things have just been so busy that I've not been able to play. And I say that as if it's like, yeah, oh, things have been busy for half a year. Like, no, things have been busy for about 6 years or something. Anyway, let's smash into EU4. Play with a recommended country? No. I have no idea anything about this beyond what the dev told me at Tokyo Game Show. So you're in for probably a lot of blundering, a lot of blustering, and a lot of bullshit, probably. Oh, Stitcher, you can't say that! It's YouTube and you're within the first 10 minutes or something. Hey, it's Protestant Reformation. Yes? Listen to a really cool hardcore history about the Protestant Reformation. Man, this game is, like, this game. EU4 was so good, and what I've seen of EU5 so far has been like insane, so I hope it lives up to the hype that I got at TGS. Yes, I don't have a social profile. Jesus Christ, no, not retry. No, just leave me alone. We're going to play one of the Scottish countries, and I don't care if we lose, but I don't know what one I want to play. Do I want to play as just Scotland, which is already Sir Andy Murray? Oh my days. Are they all Catholics at this point? Yeah. The Isles. Well, they're Norse Gael. They're Highlanders up in Ross. Still the same. Moray is Scots, or do we just play as Scotland? I think playing as Scotland is going to be difficult enough. Iron Man disabled. Achievements not available. Only unlockable if you play single player in Iron Man mode. Okay, can I turn on Iron Man? Woo! How to turn on Iron Man? Game rules. There we go, Iron Man enabled. Set will disable all missions. Missions are packages of individual tasks which are available to a country to serve as a guidance for the country, grant useful rewards. Ah, okay, so I'm assuming missions are basically like a tutorial for it. Got ya. Right, well, we're playing Iron Man because I want achievements. Let's play Scotland. Scotland's Iron Man. Sure. Oh, my days. The Kingdom of Scotland. Of course we are. Oh god, Scotland is once again in peril. A mere generation ago, our national hero King Robert the Bruce freed us from the English rule alongside the famous martyr William Wallace. Now his successor, the Bairn, King David II the Bruce, lies exiled in France as our loyal nobility continues their struggles against Balliol, the English king's lackey, who falsely claims the Scots crown. I can't even speak in a Scottish accent, Jesus. Though the people of our realm are currently united in our cause, this is not guaranteed to last. Embedded in our kingdom are deep cultural and societal divisions, especially between the wealthy English-speaking Scots boroughs of the lowlands and the Highland people who dwell in the inland hills. Alright, we have non-integrated provinces, rebel movements, pops demanding goods, lack of commander, an underage heir, buildings or RGO missing employees, possible reforms, possible cabinet actions, research, levies, possible rivals, murder, no allies, war, battles, occupations and sieges, negative balance. Sounds about right. You cannot run the learning walkthrough with missions disabled. Enable them in the main menu's game rules. Okay. Instead of that, we'll run through this. We'll see if it's any good, and then we'll continue our Scottish Iron Man. Because there's so many things in this game that I need like a quick primer. A quick primer! So I need to turn missions on. Right, missions enabled. Play Scotland. The Kingdom of Scotland. No, I'm not doing that again. Right, let's start a learning walkthrough. Takes a few minutes and we'll present the basic mechanics of EU5. Skippable. Start here anytime. Okay. Welcome to Europa Universalis 5. Nearly 5 centuries of history are about to unfold before you. As the spirit of your nation, you have the power to choose how. You could conquer the world, develop your society into a flourishing utopia, or become an unrivaled economic power. Whatever you choose to do, history is yours. There's a big world out there. Yeah, the dev, when I was speaking to him at Tokyo Game Show, says that one of the main things when they were developing EU5 was actually to start looking at giving the player as much information as possible whilst not making it like too overwhelming on the screen. So if you want information, it's there for you to get without it being like, oh, here's information, you know? In EU5, you play as the spirit of the nation, an abstract representation of your country. You're currently playing as the Kingdom of Scotland, a country with as its ruler Sir Andrew of Murray as its ruler, actually. The top bar consists of a few different elements that will stay here at the top of your screen from now on to provide you with an overview of your country. You may notice that there is a date and time. No, not a time, you're just making that up. There's a date in the top right. This is because the game plays out in real time. Don't worry though, we're paused right now and nothing is happening. The leftmost section of the top bar displays your estates. So the lairds, the prelates, the commissioners, the commoners, and the clans. That is cool, man. Like, I'm glad that Scotland's got like its own specific stuff as well. It's got its lairds and the clans. Leftmost section of the top bar displays your states, which are the groups that hold power within the country. As a player, you're represented by the crown. I'm assuming we're represented by the lairds then. We'll get back to the estates later, but for now, keep in mind that every estate holds a percentage of the country's wealth and power, and has a level of estate satisfaction you can track on the top bar. The distribution of power between estates will vary from country to country, with some countries having access to unique estates altogether. Yes, seems that way. Next, let's look at the resources and statistics in the top bar. This is the middle section of the bar, which contains the most relevant resources you'll need to keep track of while governing your country. You need to spend ducats for many actions in this game. You're paying your soldiers, building up your cities, but truly your most important resource is your pop, as they constitute the foundation of your politics, your economy, and your armies. Another particularly important number is your stability, a measure of your internal resilience that will help keep your estate and population loyal, and that you can use to influence the politics of your country. As usual, you want high stab. Lots of ducats. We've got legitimacy, we've got prestige as usual. We've got 5 diplomats. So that's diplomatic capacity, that's not like mana. War exhaustion, manpower, and sailors. Hello, sailor. We'll visit the rest of the numbers when they become relevant. EU5 plays out over the course of hundreds of years. You can see the current date in the top right corner of the screen, which is also where you control the speed of the game. Time is divided into 6 different ages. Right now we're in an age of traditions, which will end in the year 1342 to give way to the Renaissance, or the Renaissance. Within each age, you will have access to new advances to research. As mentioned before, the game is currently paused, so you're not missing out on anything. Okay, but can we No, okay. I was going to say, can we advance faster than the years, but it doesn't seem so. So it seems like we're always going to be time gated. So we can basically we can smash out every single research or advancement within an age and then just have to wait. Or I wonder if we can advance age quicker. Let's take a moment to go over some basic elements of the interface. Starting with the tabs in the top left, there are 8 different panels accessible from here, which you will spend plenty of time in. Government, economy, production, society, diplomacy, military, geopolitics, and advances. Okay. On top of the game concepts, you can find all across the game some key mechanics of associated hints that offer more detailed explanation along with some suggestion. Hints can be consulted at any moment in the hint panel. Whenever you see the icon in the tooltip, clicking it will take you to the related hint. Ah, okay. So that's just straight up hints for stuff that we can do. Got you. EU5 is a vast game that allows countless different playstyles and possibilities. Regardless of whether you fancy yourself a ruthless conqueror, a shrewd politician, or an administrator endowed with a touch of Midas, there are some fundamentals that every successful ruler needs to master. Let's have a look at them. As we mentioned, ducats are one of the most important resources in the game. Most actions cost ducats. Very often your ability to impose your will as a ruler, both outside and inside your country, will depend on the amount of wealth you're able to concentrate in your hands. The path to global domination is paved with blood and bold. Most of your finances are controlled from the balance panel. Let's have a look at it. Okay. Here you can find an overview of your balance. The difference between your income and your expenses will be added to your treasury at the end of every month. You can manipulate different sliders in this panel to modify your monthly balance. Okay, we can't. Oh, so I can only decrease the laird's tax to make them happier but losing money. Okay, so we've got income, expenses, and you know, we can bump these up or drop them down depending on that's funny. We can just tell because the clans aren't actually earning us any money at all, we can just drop that down to 0. What's actually costing us the most just now? So we can pay more to slowly increase our stability. Okay, we're just going to be in debt, it seems like. So we need to sort out how we're getting our money. Most of the wealth in EU5 is generated on a monthly basis in the land that you own. We'll talk about locations later. For now, you can hover over the tax base number in the top left to say disclosure your richest locations. This is where the ducats are being generated. So is Aberdeen? Aberdeen's pulling it in, which is modern day Aberdeen. We'll talk about locations later. For now, you can hover over it. This is where the ducats are being generated. However, those ducats do not go directly into the treasury. As a government, you only collect a fraction of the tax base. You can set the level of taxation by adjusting the sliders. Notice how the satisfaction drops the more you tax. Some estates do not like tax. Maximum tax for each estate depends on many factors, like how powerful they are. Sometimes you may not be able to tax a specific estate at all. For now, we recommend you automate your taxes by clicking the cog icon. And that'll keep them just above 50%. Okay, I don't really want to. Okay, it wants us to cog icon them all. Okay, so this is another thing that the developer was telling me, that there's in every single section, if you don't want to handle it, you can just let the AI handle it if you want to focus on other stuff. Aside from tax, another significant source of income is minting. You can freely mint to your heart's content to fix your budget, but minting too much creates inflation. Inflation simply increases all expenses for the country, so it should always be avoided. It grows fairly quickly from minting, but can be deceptively difficult to reduce. If inflation is growing, adjust the minting slider to keep inflation from growing. If we have some inflation already, set the slider to the minimum, will prompt it to decrease. Yeah. Oh, apparently we can't. Okay, we'll mint no ducats. And we're not creating inflation. The other two common sources of income are trade and food. Since those are more advanced concepts, we'll not cover them for now. You can learn about them when you feel prepared in the respective hints. Trade involves moving goods between markets. And here's again, like you can either click on the automation by itself, or you can just automate balance, automate markets. So we currently have established new trade routes to acquire goods, increase production of goods to have more of them available for trade. So we could essentially create Edinburgh to be the trade hub of the UK and surpass London, depending on how. Have 1.2 unused trade capacity in this market due to the Arran Fishing Village, Aberdeen Wharf, and a marketplace in Aberdeen, and the Merchant Guild. We're the second of the 16 countries trading in the Edinburgh market. Missing inputs. All of our government needs are satisfied in this market, okay? Our pop needs in Edinburgh market. So that takes us into the goods section of production, so not the trading. Bloody hell. Okay, let's go next. Oh no, let's not unpause. Let's not unpause yet. Suggested trades that the pop needs, suggested imports for profit. Ship 1.2. So that's imports saffron from... Oh, okay. Ah, so there's not enough. We've not got enough trade capacity right now. But instead of bringing in... So can we drop the weapons that we're bringing in then, if we're just doing it for... Oh god, I need to figure this out. Okay, well we'll leave that for now, I guess. Let's unpause a little bit before looking at expenses. Okay, just to speed it, the game runs from 3 to 4 to start, but... Okay, let's let a month go by. We'll see what happens. Okay, so that's not... The Principality of Wales, the vile Principality of Wales, are declared as its rival. They'll be our eternal enemies, okay? Who's fighting us here? The Lordship of the Isles. We have... What do we have in the centre? We don't have much. We've got... One regiment's fighting and one regiment is fled. What have we got in here? Does it even tell us? 0.75 and 64? Yeah, I don't understand. I'll kind of need to learn this. Straight crossing penalty, vegetation penalty, and topography penalty. Oh, this is actual peeps that are here. Something tells me we ain't gonna win this. Is that my... Oh, bollocks. Do you have an army closer? Oh, we won the Battle of Arran. The Isles have lost. Okay. I don't even know where you guys came from. Stay in Glasgow. Okay, fair. We won the Battle of Arran. I thought we were losing. I thought we had the lesser people. Okay, I don't know. There we go, we're in May now. Levies lost to attrition. Okay. I know I was supposed to see numbers update, but whatever. Good 1 month's passed and we have paused the game for you. You can now see the numbers have updated and your estates are contributing their due taxes. Many calculations in this game happen at the end of the month. Let's have a look at expenses now. Balance expenses. Many actions in the game cost ducats at the very moment you perform them, but even when you're not actively spending your ducats, the balance has to bear the burden of regular monthly expenses. Spend less ducats on increasing stability and legitimacy, two of your most important stats that we saw at the top bar. Recommend you spend at least enough so they don't decrease. Maintenance costs of your standing armies, navies, and active fortifications can become significant hindrance to your balance. Reducing their maintenance during peacetime is a sensible idea. Well, we ain't doing much for stability at the moment. We can drop our forts down a bit. Drop diplomacy a bit. I feel like that's Oh, where are we at? Point negative half a ducat. Oh. I'm gonna keep that positive. Keep that positive, can't do much with that. God, we've not got much, we've not got much that we can trim, do we? You've understood the basic balance management. Let's recap a bit. Income and expenses are calculated at the end of the month. Ducats are generated in your locations and collected by your estates. Estates do not enjoy being taxed. But who are the estates? Why do they submit to your every whim? The estates are one of the keystones of ruling. Not only are they the key source of taxes, but they can also be powerful assets when they are loyal or terrible enemies when disloyal. Let's have a look at them in the government panel. Alright. Here you can see the different country groups that they control political power in your country, the estates. Each estate has a percentage of estate power as the embodiment of the nation. You are represented by the crown. Your crown power represents your ability to oppose particular interests of your estate, namely it allows you to enact higher taxes. It increases estate satisfaction and your support in parliament, it makes changing laws easier, and it provides a percentage of the profits of trade. Our crown power represents the influence of our government within our own borders. As a crown, we share the resources of our country with our estates, whose interests might not always align with ours. A higher crown power will make enacting new laws easier, improve the efficiency of our cabinet, and increase our base support in parliament. Perhaps more importantly, crown power determines to what extent the estate shares the profits and costs of trade and food with its estates. Our crown power will primarily depend on the amount of privileges granted to the estates and the control over most populated locations. Increase control in our locations by building roads from the capital. Revoke privileges from our most powerful estates when we have high stability, but keep an eye on estate satisfaction. An angry estate might spell trouble. Increase legitimacy with a strengthened government, cabinet action, build a royal court or a sergeantry in the capital. Crown power is usually very low at the beginning of the game, especially for bigger countries. Future advances will unlock additional buildings and other bonuses to your crown power. Okay, so we want to keep crown power going then. Your estates can be a powerful asset when managed correctly, but if displeased can quickly turn into an insidious thorn in your back. Topic contributing to your treasury with taxes, estates are essential to the business of war, since you'll depend on their levies to fight your wars until you can afford to replace them with regular regiments. However, if they're disloyal, they might start supporting rebellions against your power, potentially overthrowing your rule through a civil war. Finally, estates with satisfaction are above 50% will provide different bonuses to your country, depending on their type. Interesting. Estates can be granted privileges, which usually increase both their estate satisfaction and estate power, and come with additional effects for your country and your people. Revoking privileges will both anger and weaken the target state, although they can be a costly endeavour that will likely ruin your stability. Despite them increasing the power of the estates and thus reducing your crown power, some privileges might align with your interests. Granting a few privileges in time of need can be a wise course of action if needed. If only to extinguish the spark of rebellion, no king can rule alone. Aside from privileges, estates derive their power from the makeup of your population. Your population is divided into different social classes, which support a different estate. God. Okay, the lairds are supported by the nobles. Each 1,000 pop eats 20 food. Is upper class, can be promoted from peasants if location can support more of its type. Assimilates and converts at 5, promotes at 10, migrates at 100%. So nobles increase discipline, legitimacy, and diplorep, and give us progress to aristocracy. Clerics, we promoted from peasants again. Add religious influence, stability, investment, and spiritualist. Aiming to build a sandpit. Counts towards market language, can be promoted from peasants. This is mental. There's so much going on here. I know that we'll figure it out, but Jesus. So both the lairds and the commissioners are looking to build a sandpit in Aberdeen. And the prelates want to build a winery in Aberdeen. What are the commoners after? A brewery in Aberdeen. Everyone's after stuff in Aberdeen. So who's the most powerful? The lairds? Yeah, 56. Which is, you know, unsurprising. Where are they all wanting to go to? St Andrews. From tribesman location, Jesus Christ. So labourers are plus peasants. People work manual labour in urban and rural. They work the land, create harvest, gather raw goods. Backbone of the country. And some stories. Alright, that's a hell of a lot. Your population lives and dies in your locations. That is on the map. So let's have a look at them. EU4 is made up, EU5 is made up of different countries, their own locations from where they extract resources and manpower they need to stay ahead of their neighbours. If you zoom out, you'll see the country names appear on the map. Hovering over them will show you a country tooltip, and clicking on them will give you the foreign country panel. You can learn and interact with the country. We're actually slightly weaker. Oh, we're in a war with Balliol just now, I didn't realise. Scotland are in a Catholic church with England. We're inside diplomatic range. Countries are nothing without locations. Locations are the heart of the economy and the politics of any country in universal use. Words. Europa Universalis 5. They produce goods and generate tax base. We're also home to a population of different social classes, religions and cultures. Locations have 3 different ranks: cities, towns and rural settlements. Okay, so if we... if we zoom in, we can see that Aberdeen is a town, Kincardine is a rural settlement. That's interesting that the city of Perth is here when it is not. Dunfermline, Edinburgh. Edinburgh is a town. Glasgow. Okay, so we've got Paisley here. Glasgow is just a rural settlement at this point. Interesting. I had no idea. Dunfermline. Yeah, we really need to take over Edinburgh and all of that from this Balliol. Wait, are we at war with the Isles as well? I don't know, it's not... How the fuck did I tell? Oh, I need to zoom out further, okay. So you need to zoom out to actually get... Oh, they're a vassal of Balliol, okay. Alright, different location, ranks of different social classes, buildings and modifiers, got you. So if we zoom right in, we can see the locations. Most important location for any country is the capital. Your capital is Dunfermline. Dunfermline. You will recognise on the map with a golden star. Ah, okay. Dunfermline. You can double click on your flag in the top bar and move camera to your capital. You can also find it by pushing F to get the finder up. Before looking at Dunfermline, let us stop for a moment and have a look at control groups. They live at the bottom of your screen, can serve as quick ways to access a variety of things in the world. You can assign locations, countries, markets or armies to a number key. Okay, let's chuck that there. So interestingly, the Edinburgh market isn't even our market. Good job. Now pressing the assign number will pan to Dunfermline and open its panel. You can right click a control group. I don't even know where... They live at the bottom of your screen. Oh yeah, here, okay. Let's have a look at the location panel now. Any location is populated by different social classes. As we saw, pops will increase the estate power of the respective estate. The amount of POPs each social class depends mainly on the buildings present in the location. Buildings can be built by your estates and need to employ a specific social class in order to function. When a building is being built, peasants will promote to the necessary social class to fill them. Some buildings produce goods, which are sold in the market and generate tax income. There's a monastery in Dunfermline. So if I click you, I go to the buildings panel. And no buildings are available. Okay. Not all locations have buildings at the beginning of the game, but every location specialises in producing one specific good in their resource gathering operations, or RGO. That's a special type of building that employs labourers to produce raw goods. Very much like buildings, RGOs sell their goods in the market of the location to generate tax base. At the beginning of the game, most of your tax base will come from the production of your RGO. Markets are the heart of the economy in EU5. All locations belong to a market where they sell and buy the goods needed for the POPs, buildings and constructions. By selling goods to their market locations, generate tax base for their estates, which can in turn be collected by the government in the form of taxes. Go to the markets panel to see relevant markets. Markets with green header contain are owned. Markets with blue headers are markets where we have trade capacity but do not own any location. So that's green header, so that's ours. Oh, okay. We don't own Edinburgh, but we own places within the Edinburgh trade. You advise to automate each individual market by clicking on the... Okay, I've done that. As we've seen, the added profits of buildings... Sorry, let's go back to Dunfermline. As we've seen, added profits of buildings and RGO constitute the tax base of a location. The tax base is collected by estates according to their presence. You only end up receiving a fraction of those ducats. The total tax base in Dunfermline adds up to 1.15, and you get 28 from your estates. Okay, so the lairds get 50 ducats, and we get 0.12 off them. The commoners get 0.34 ducats, and we get 0.15, and the prelates get 0.3, and we get nothing off them. That's not fair. Let's recap. Yes. Money gets made, goes to the estates, and then we tax the estates. Buildings and RGOs in your location employ POPs to create tax base. Tax base divided amongst your estates who provide taxes and levies. Okay, I've got this. Not all locations are equal under the sun. Let us discuss one of the... Sorry, that's... are equal under the sun. Not all locations under the sun are equal, but are equal under the sun. I've heard, like, are equal under God, but... under the sun's a weird... I don't know, is that normal? Control. Okay. Among other things, control determines the amount of wealth in a location that's actually usable by you or your estates. In other words, the tax base of a location is scaled by the percentage of control you have over it. 100% control enables 100% of the tax base. You also get market protection, but lower mercenary size. Interesting. So I'm assuming that control... enables like we can lose control, and then you've got rebellions that don't pay any taxes, and that's kind of the point. So why have we got -6 in here? Oh, okay. Have production method which use fiber crops as an input. So is that where those... that's where those are going, those 4.28, I think. I'm not sure. Oh, available labourers in Dunfermline is -100. Ah, we need an extra 127 labourers. And we can pay 51 ducats to make more fibre. Employee demand will be met in 8 months. So there's no point expanding the RGO until we've got enough employees to work the current stuff. Got you? Control of the location is directly dependent on its proximity to your capital. This is why your capital is one of the most important locations. It will always have high control. It means buildings and RGO in the capital will always contribute the most wealth to your estates and your country. Okay, and so what about St Andrews? No, I don't want the Firth. I want St Andrews. So its proximity is really quite low. It's only 25%, which means our control of St Andrews is only 33%, which means that we get a lot less money than we could from it. And I'd say that's probably because Cooper is taken, so it's cut off from the capital. Actually, like everywhere is pretty much cut off from the capital. Let's take a moment to see map modes. The different lenses through which you can see various aspects of the world represented on a map. If you hover over Control Tooltip in the Location panel, and then we can go into Control Map mode to see how we're doing for control. Wow, we've actually got 0% control on Thurso. Okay, that's interesting. Now you're seeing now on the map distribution of control across your land. Notice how control tends to decrease the farther locations are from the capital, due to control locations in the periphery of your domains are not nearly as useful, at least without proper infrastructure. You can also click on other countries to see their control. So Perth is their capital. Got ya. So what we actually need to do is probably take over Stirling, and that would connect our capital to the rest of our places, at least most of them. Yeah, okay. Have a look at the proximity map mode. You can use it from a proximity tooltip. Yeah, and that shows like our proximity to all our stuff. We notice our proximity spreads further along the plains and rivers, and it's severely hampered by mountain ranges or forests. Topography and vegetation play a very important role in the calculation of proximity, and so does the presence of infrastructure like roads or ports. Clicking on different locations will show the path they're using to reach the capital. So where do you go? You don't, that's why it's 0. Whereas you can use the Firth of Forth. You can use the Firth of Forth. Clackmannanshire is just right next to it, but places like Paisley and Glasgow can't actually get there. Okay, so that just shows that we need like Linlithgow or Stirling. There are dozens of different map modes in this game that can be used to display all sorts of data. For instance, you might be interested in the various markets around the world, or a distribution of pop in your country. Okay, so this is all our map modes. Got you. Let's go back to basic terrain map mode. I don't actually like terrain map mode though. Normally political map mode that we... Oh, for God's sakes. Okay, we'll go on terrain for you. Now go back to political. Said you need proximity to have control, but how do you improve your proximity? Multiple different ways, but one of the most important ones is to build roads. Roads improve connection between two locations, reducing proximity lost for all locations that use that path. Let's build a road from Dunfermline, and notice it will cost you ducats. So open up and click on Road Builder. Any neighbouring locations. Okay, I guess Clackmannan then. And that'll start construction. Did it even tell me how much that was going to cost? 20 instead of 40, okay. Market access proximity. Okay. Currently building one. And that's just a gravel road. We can only build roads towards locations where the controller has a positive opinion of us. Okay. But we can't... Oh, okay. So you can build through allies, but you can't build through enemies. Roads now under construction. It'll take some months to finish. You can see the construction progress. Some months? Jesus Christ. We're going to get the A9 Julian before the Scottish Government. And that means nothing to the international audience. You can see the construction progress in the circular widget on the map if you hover over your capital. You can see the It'll take someone, so you can see the construction progress in the circular widget on the map over your capital. Oh, so this one, okay. We've got everything that's required. It'll take us 222 days. Construction of buildings, RGOs and regiments work similarly. They cost ducats, require some good from the market, and take some time to complete. So if we go into Aberdeen, which is where everyone says that they wanted stuff, and I go to, yes, the buildings. And what did people say that they wanted? Spinners Guild. Can we just build stuff here, or? Yeah, we can construct stuff there. I can't remember what the Pops says that they wanted. So was that in, not society. Was that up here? Yeah, they want a sand pit. It was a sand pit in Aberdeen. They want to go and make... They want to go and play in the sand. Wharf, naval supplies, tannery. Spinners Guild, weaponsmith. Distillers, potters, tools, brewery. I don't know how to... Soldiers, labourers. Ah, so that's how we build a sand pit. A salt collector would actually be worth more, but if they want a sand pit... Cool, okay. So we can now build a sand pit in Aberdeen because that's what they wanted. And that'll make them happy even if it's not bringing in as much money. And in fact, I doubt we'll be getting much money at all because we only have 26% control, and a lot of that is the proximity from Aberdeen to Dunfermline. Cool. Once it finishes, proximity will improve. Okay, cool. Roads and harbours, increase proximity. Proximity increases control. Control increases crown power, taxes and levies. Can also propagate by sea, although doing so efficiently requires harbour capacity and maritime presence. Hey, and this is the outliner, nice. Let's go over a couple of extra UI elements for you that you need to know with the outliner. Outliner offers an overview of what's going on in the country. See a road you just built under construction. Yes, there's the sandpit and the road. Contents of the outliner are highly customizable, much like control groups. You can pin a large variety of things to the outliner, such as countries, markets, or armies. To do this, you can utilize context menu by right-clicking, pin a country or location. Okay, so I want to pin Balliol. Nicely done, you'll be able to access everything you have pinned on the right side of the screen. We're almost at the end of this introduction. To help you focus on the part of the game you're most interested in, automate some features according to the playstyle you picked. I didn't pick a playstyle. From inside this panel you can... Oh, okay. So I can basically choose it to automate everything that I want. Oh my god. Just so that I can play the game. Automate your advances in your cabinet or leave them manual. Okay. This is the main element of EU4 anyway. It's alerts. Okay. Red's the most urgent, green's the least urgent. Once you've... note you'll not get alerts related to parts of the game you've automated. Cool. Lastly, we recommend you have a look at the agenda at the beginning of every game, where you'll find a little bit of historical context for your country. Where the frick is the agenda? Oh, it's over here. Ah, yeah, okay. And that's the thing that I read out. Now at the end of the basic walkthrough, we invite you to proceed in embarking on a mission path of your choosing. Depending on your selected playstyle, missions will offer stuff. Okay, cool. Right, open the government tab, open the missions tab, and pick a mission. Okay. Start learning the walkthrough. Pick a mission tree. Let's go with expansion. I feel like we need expansion here. Okay, let's look at the expansion walkthrough. Let's look at the military panel. And here you'll see an overview of your armies. In the event of a war, armies can be moved across the map to engage enemy armies and occupy enemy locations. Armies are composed of regiments in 3 of the different types. Levies are raised from your pop through the estates, normally weak but they're cheap. Regulars are professional soldiers you need to pay and train and require manpower. Mercenaries are hired with ducats to die for your country as long as you keep paying. At the start of the game, most countries will primarily rely on levies from their estates to wage their wars, but as time progresses, advances are made, be a shift to professional regiments which require manpower. Navies is a naval equivalent to armies and follow a similar pattern with levies and professional ships requiring sailors. Take a moment to talk about manpower. As we mentioned, regular regiments require manpower to be recruited but also to reinforced if they ever suffer casualties. Manpower comes from military buildings that employ soldier pops. Early on you can generate manpower by construction of sergeantry building through the production panel, but you will gain access to more sources as you discover more advances. Sergeantry building through the production panel. There's no locations available. Okay, never mind then. Now we've covered armies and navies, we should talk more generally about war and CBs. A war starts when a country issues a declaration of war upon another one. A war can be declared for a legitimate reason, known as a CB, which makes the peace negotiations easier for you. Going to war without a CB is still very possible, but will have a bigger impact on your stability and opinion of your neighbours. Best way to obtain a CB is requesting one from your parliament through the government panel. Creating spy networks in a foreign country will also allow you to fabricate CB against them, if you have cores in their land or if you are rivals. When declaring a war, keep in mind that your enemies, allies and subjects will likely enter their side. Learn more about CBs in a hint. Every war is won through the accumulation of war score, which can be gained by winning battles, managing to occupy enemy locations, and most importantly by achieving the war goal. Every war is fought with a war goal which depends on the CB of the attacker. Our current war is the First Scottish Civil War, started by Balliol on the 6th of July. So it's 3 defender side countries. I don't know who. Scotland, Ross and Moray. And on the other side we've got the Isles and Balliol. Okay. We have a lot bigger army strength. We've got 10k. We personally have more army strength than all of them. They've got better naval though. Okay, cool. A war has 2 war leaders, both which can have multiple war allies. Ultimately, a war will end once both sides agree a peace treaty. While you can occupy enemy territories during the course of a war, they will not actually change hands until the war is over and a peace treaty has been ratified, the transfer of ownership. Okay, so that seems the same. While at war, you'll accumulate war exhaustion. If it gets high enough, armies and levies will do worse in battle, and your pop will start to decline. Best way to lower your war exhaustion is to be at peace. That said, there are certain laws in the state of privileges that will reduce war exhaustion over time. Is that call for peace there? Oh no, it's just diplomatic actions. This is fun. The new lands you conquer will not be useful to you immediately. Remember, you need control of your locations to be any use, and they require significant investments in infrastructure to extend the reach of your proximity. Furthermore, conquered lands will suffer heavy penalties until you integrate them with a cabinet action. For this reason, it's often wise to create subject in a newly conquered land to rule the land on your behalf. Interesting. Conquered locations need to be integrated into administration in order to contribute their wealth to a realm. We should strive to integrate all locations as soon as possible. Instruct the cabinet to integrate provinces. If your cabinet cannot keep up with the conquests, then we can... Okay, so it's just the same. Same as it was in EU4. Take a look at geopolitics. Eventually, and especially during Age of Discovery, many countries will start their exploration efforts. From this panel, you can see an overview of your exploration opportunities as well as any suitable land for colonization, provided you have the means to reach it. You will gain colonial range if you research the appropriate advances. Other tabs of this panel also contain useful information about the land you rule. You can view the various provinces within your country as well as the diseases present in the world. Jeez. If you own any coastal locations, you will see a list of sea zones relevant to you, the maritime presence you have in them, and the dangers of pirates and privateers. Oh man. I hope we can do like a pirate playthrough again. That was a lot of fun. Or was that CK2? I can't remember. Now let's check out missions. Missions are packages of tasks that will give you some guidance on what exactly you can do in EU5. This game is big and there are many things to learn. That's part of the fun. You just completed the expansion playstyle intro, which means you have access to missions that will help you deep dive into how you can utilize all the panels and mechanics. Now we can start an expansion mission. Our nation will be influenced by the following: speed of integration +10. Yes, let's do that one. Wait, what do you mean requirements not met? Oh, we can't actually declare war on Baliol. Because we're already at war. Oh, that's really silly. Okay, I guess we'll humiliate a rival. Nice. Now you have a few missions that are accessible to you within the missions tab. Once you finish all missions for your playstyle, you'll be prompted to take a walkthrough similar to this one for another playstyle. Cool. So we can either establish a spy network and sow discontent, or any rival of Scotland has less than 50% of the total combined strength of them. Have at least 30 spy network in any rival. Cannot be completed before diplomatic play. Cannot be completed before diplomatic play. Okay, so what? That's not what I wanted. Where was missions? Was missions not over here? Ledger. Automation. Hints agenda. No, wasn't an agenda. Where the fuck were missions? Military. Diplomacy. Oh, missions are here. So I can't... Okay, I need to do diplomatic play. Any rival of Scotland has been diplomatically insulted by us in the last 10 years. Okay, I think it was Wales that said that they were. Is it hostile actions? Send an insult. Yeah. Your mother was a hamster and your father smells of elderberries. Oh my days. Deeply offend them, giving them a CB against us for 5 years, instantly affecting their opinion of us. I don't think they're going to go to war with us. Judgment Day is upon us. The minions of Lucifer walk the earth. Oh look! Oh look! There's some lovely filth over there. Yeah, sure. There you go. Yeah, screw you, Wales. You declared us a rival. What was it? Government missions, yeah. And then current task: any rival of Scotland has been diplomatically insulted by us. Oh, I'm assuming that it still needs to. It still needs to do that. So that's the... Okay, that's their navies. I think what I want to do is I want to move our... Their first army's heading up there, but I don't want to abandon down here necessarily. The Balliol are no more. This marks the end of the Civil War. Why? What? What happened? Why did... Hello? Anyone know? Anyone know what just happened? Did we kill all their army or something? Like what? What? Okay. I was expecting like a big hoo-ha or something. That was weird. So that's the Isles. The Isles still aren't part of us. Okay, that's our thing. We're pushing to there. We're still not making any money at the moment, but I think that'll update as soon as the month ticks. But does that mean that these places need to be integrated? Ships not repairing due to lack of goods in the following markets. We've got no... We have no salt currently in this market. Okay, well, where's the salt? It's salt. Like, can we not find somewhere to, like, make salt? Can we not make salt in Dunbar? It sounds like it'd be a place that would be good at making salt. Like, can we not build a frickin' salt mine or something? So that's showing the infrastructure that can be made there. However, was it not like up here? It was not Aberdeen that could make... Yeah, so they can make... No, I thought they could make a salt mine. Right, where... Diplomacy Society, production, buildings. Right, if I was like, I want a salt place. Tannery Spinners Guild, Sandpit, Saltpeter, Salt Collector. Dunfermline's the best place for that, or Perth. Wait, I can build this in Moray? Interesting, because we collect tribute from them. Okay, we're better building that in Perth. And that'll get us the salt to do that. Sutherland isn't being integrated. So, develop a province, diplomatic, export migration, expel people, foster new culture, increase province control. Integrate province. Sutherland. Oh, Sutherland's up here. Okay. Need to integrate it. Cabinet has been assigned to integrate a province. When we've conquered a province, need to integrate it. Okay. We don't have a cabinet member here, though. So what type of action is that? So that's a military action integration. So what we would actually want is someone who's good at military stuff. I mean, this guy, Sir Robert Stewart, he's only 21-year-old, mate. Yes, that can be your cabinet slot just now. Okay, so he's good at doing this then, I suppose. Oh, I can promote him to the head of the cabinet. And that's for automation, but I don't think we've got that automated. Okay, cool. So that'll slowly but surely get integrated. Right. We have raised army levies. Okay, so we should disband the levies, because there's no point having army levies raised during peace, because that makes us... Our minting efficiency is only 0% due to lack of access to needed goods, and it's decreasing the amount of money we get from minting. I mean, we aren't minting at all. RGOs... Okay, give me the hints. Because we are missing employees on RGOs and buildings. Okay. Do not build locations that are already missing too many employees. Increase important sources of promotion speed for the location. Stability, literacy, and control. But it's RGOs, so we just need people. How do we get them to shag more? Some of the resource scattering operations lack. Okay, so let's open Inverurie. Have a look at the population. And we need tribesmen and peasants, is that right? So what is it? Let's go. Inverurie is lacking. Okay, we've got wool here. We need labourers. We need 1,000 labourers in Inverurie. Let's look at the population in Inverurie. Peasants are labourers. Is that correct? Yeah, it's not. Highland tribesmen. Is that right? What classes is a labourer? It doesn't really say. Labourers. Oh, labourers is the social class. Promoted from peasants if the location. Okay, so we need peasants. Right, got ya. I'm following along. So they're the common people. It's the average literacy of peasants. So how do we get more peasants then? Okay, there's literally just 10 peasants. Pop satisfaction, pop needs. How do we get more? Pop's people live in a social class. Yeah, how do we get? I don't know how we get more peasants though. Oh, okay. Promotion. Oh, okay. So we need promotion speed. So we speed that up by getting higher stability, and that gets us higher. Right, I'm with it. I'm figuring it out, I think. Our current heir is King David II, is a mere child of 13, but his majesty cannot become ruler until he's an adult. We may be ruled by a regency. That's fine just now. Buildings are unprofitable in the following markets. I don't know what I can do about that though. Buildings will become unprofitable if the cost of their combined input goods exceed the value of the production. Make sure input goods are cheaper by producing or importing more to ensure an abundant supply. Creating or securing additional demand for goods will raise their prices. Buildings can be closed or even destroyed if their purpose no longer fits their aims. So the Distillers Guild. Right. So it uses... Yeah, it uses beer. And sells liquor. But the beer is more expensive. Yeah, because the beer is so expensive. Beer is a produced good. Okay. And then we've got these Northern Patriots. $15 due to lack of control. Oh my god, it's just like, there's just so much to it. So they're upset because we're probably integrating that area just now. Oh, frickin' hell! The First Navy doesn't have a commander. Who do you want for a commander then? What's he got? Navy maintenance minus 5%. Sounds good to me. What have you got? Ship capture chance. You're only a 10, no. Captain Albert of Glasgow. There you go, you can be the naval commander there. Buildings are missing input goods from the following markets. So 4th of June for that truce. We can have two more countries are rival, or whatever. One more government reform. What have we got just now? The Shires. Maximum tax, tax efficiency, max rural control, levy size. So we can add a reform. More food production. Religious adherence. Diplomatic range and trade range. Autocracy, more crown power. Loyalist subjects, monthly George traditional economy, and I can't do any of these ones. This court language is Brittonic or Gallic. I don't know really what one we'd want. Diplomatic traditions. Was there anything for military? I don't think so. Feudal nobility, extra loyalty. In a feudal kingdom, the power of the monarchs enhanced by landowner aristocracy, sworn to obey them. Sure, let's go with that one. We reformed our monarchy, making it feudal nobility part of what defines it. Cool. So why is yours going down? Monthly prestige and counter espionage. You've got a ton of stuff here. God. It's just so much crap, isn't there? We're currently at maximum capacity for diplomats, which we can use on diplomatic actions. Increase our country's mutual expectations to one another. Defensive League, improve opinion, alliance guarantee. Send character to the Prussian Crusade. What? That's mental. Covert actions. Let's build a spy network in the Isles. Yes. Let's do that as one of our diplomatic actions. Block building, buy a location. Fondaco rights. Increase trade advantage in our markets for a monthly fee. Market access preference, loan. Improve cultural opinion. Okay, Jesus Christ. And we can do more cabinet actions. So we've got 3 cabinet actions we can do. Oh, we can settle tribesmen. So we can encourage tribesmen in... Where was it? Where was the worst place? Inverurie, Aberfeldy, Lorne, Inverary. So what are we actually making in these places? Coal, livestock, wool. So what's the worst one? Tong. Because that's going to take the longest, it seems. Although Inverary needs stuff as well. Yeah, 128 in Tong. So up here. So it might be worth using our cabinet action or are we better off just trying to stabilize? I think if we stabilize the most right now, let's do that. And that is a combat one again? Which I think, yeah, we've got some pretty decent. This guy's just better. 63, 44, and 58. Yeah. Okay. There you go, mate. You can increase our stability. And we've got no current research, so I guess it is organised religion. So how does that? I thought I just selected that. Ah, it's in the queue. Got you. Max literacy, monthly diplomats. Okay. Alright, so let's do that. This army belongs to Moraine. I'll arrive in. Ah, okay, so it's heading back home. Okay, what I want to do is... Yes, actually, proximity to capital. From... Oh, that's just... I'm assuming that's just because of roads, then? Wow. Road's expensive. That's 92. I can't afford that just now. We need to... We really need to shore up our money at the moment. The Old Alliance. Signed between King John Emptycoat de Balliol and King Philip IV the Fair Carpet. The Old Alliance serves as a defensive alliance against England, with Scotland now at peace. Diplomats from France have arrived in Dunfermline to discuss strengthening the alliance in the face of increasing English aggression. Yes. Let's strengthen our relations with France. The Old Alliance. Screw you, England. Markets with low food stockpile. Okay, how does this work? Amber, beer, beeswax, books, cocoa's, goods. Where's just food? Fish. Yeah, I don't know how to solve this. Let's view the hint. Markets require enough stored food to provide for the constituent provinces' demand. Without this, locations belong to those provinces may end up starving. Improve the RGO that produce food will increase supply. We can import food by establishing trade goods that produce food. Reducing the number of buildings in the location will also make pops go back to subsistence agriculture. Several layers to handling low food in a market. The more food the location provides, the less of a drain it will exert on the province and market belongs to, potentially even helping other locations if it's generating a surplus. RGOs are the main source of food. Food productivity of a location depends on the geography. Okay, how do I view food productivity? Okay, so we've got, like, there's a 77% here. Alright, Linlithgow. Infrastructure. How can we make... I think it's mostly just... you know, getting more people working on stuff, or can we... Yeah, so we can spend money to expand the RGO here for 51 ducats. So they're currently building that. Okay. And that should sort the food there. There is so much stuff to do. In the year of 1337, tensions between England and France have reached a breaking point. The long-standing disputes over territory and claims to the French throne have erupted into open hostilities, marking the beginning of the 100 Years' War. Both nations are now preparing for a protracted conflict that will shape the destiny of Western Europe. The world watches as these two great powers prepare for the inevitable clash in the battlefield. The Hundred Years' War was a long and brutal conflict between England and France that landed from 1337 to 1453. It started when the English king claimed the French crown, arguing his right through his mother's bloodline. While the French rejected this under their own laws, both sides already had overlapping territories in France, which only fueled the fire. What followed was a prolonged on-and-off war filled with battles, betrayals, and shifting alliances that dragged on for over a century and shifted the geopolitical landscape of all of Western Europe forever. Hopefully this will be over quickly. We may side with either, or remain neutral. Death of the last direct heir to the French throne has left a power vacuum, plunging France into turmoil. With the competing claims and long-standing tensions over territory and feudal rights, the fragile peace between France and England has shattered. Both realms hold lands across France, creating friction and threatens the unity of Christianity. What began as a dispute over succession has escalated into a protracted struggle for dominance, one that now threatens to scar the continent for generations. I mean, France is... So this is the sucky bit. France is like not unified in the slightest. England has a decent amount of unity just now, and we're just up here like, you know. I mean, we might get asked to join. I hope not. I think normally we do. It's a tough one though, because getting involved in it is a bit of a nightmare. Still integrating Sutherland. I don't know what that was. Oh yeah, we were supposed to be doing missions. What's happened to them? I thought Wales was our rival. What was the Dominion of the Kingdom of England? I thought it said that starting a coalition, threaten war. Yeah, where's our rivalry with Wales? Same court. Oh, is it not rivalry? Is it enemy? We should definitely be building a spy network in England. Yeah, how strange. I thought we were... I thought we were rivals. I don't even know where rivals are. How's the prestige going down? Like where? Due to maintenance receiving guarantee, just prestige decay, but huh, weird. And we can make works of art as well. Yeah, we still have unprofitable buildings. I think a lot of that is... We've got a lot of naval supplies that are unprofitable. And the most expensive thing is these fiber crops and tar. Tars are produced good and we've got shortages. Arboga in Sweden. Can we not create... Like, can we not create our own tar? Yeah, so we can build a tar kiln somewhere. Yeah, we build one in Clackmannanshire, we just don't have the money, it's 34 ducats. Wow, okay, we are... How are we losing 4.68? Just through our buildings? Yeah, apparently we've got 8 frickin' buildings that are... Oh, it's automated. Well, if it's bloody well automated, why are we... Why are we losing so much cash? Oh, no, pause. Okay, so we can start minting a bit as well, but we're still going to end up running out of cash. So we can borrow from the estates. Oh, God. Oh, trading's not automated. Yeah, like, I'll just automate the trades in the markets just now, because I have no idea how to work these. Yeah, because we've got unused trade capacity, I don't know. We've taken loans of 10 ducats. Mint's only 50% due to lack of the needed goods. Decrease the amount of money we get from minting. Okay. There's lots of places missing employees, but I think they're slowly getting there. That's a long ass time though. Did we not set someone to go and... No, I'll find stuff soon. There we go, cabinet. No, he's stabilising the country. Because stability helps us with everything. Frustratingly, we don't have enough money to do very much at the moment. Army maintenance is 0, so we don't have an army anymore. Yeah, we're losing 4 ducats a month, which is slightly untenable. I was looking... I thought that just... Did that not just finish construction? I don't... Did I click that twice? Is that why we are so skint? Yeah, that... Yeah, we shouldn't be doing that. Oh, that must have been what we screwed up then. That'd be why we were so... Bloody hell. There you go, you can have your $10 back at a price of 16. Or 10 ducats. Yeah, so in Lithgow we're missing people for this, for the livestock. But it'll slowly but surely get there. Right, what the f... Like, what is this? What are these messages? Why are they here? Oh, so that's just news. Got you. It's the outliner. Okay, so that's our news. Won the battle ladder. Yeah, of course, okay. Yeah, the Principality of Wales declared his rival. That's why I sent him an insult. Because that was from a mission. Okay, so now we need to humiliate them. Wait, it cannot be... What do you mean diplomatic play's not been done? Well, it says that we need to humiliate a rival. And we need to successfully surpass a rival. Anyway, hopefully Sutherland gets integrated quickly enough. It's 1.67 a month. I'd worship the creator deity as our patron god to their faith. So we're currently just waiting on some buildings to finish completing. Hopefully that'll start getting us a bit more. Edinburgh Market's got low food. We'll run out in the next 24 months. But that's why we increased the amount of livestock that we were getting here. However, all that really does is increase I really need to get... Maybe that was the problem. Maybe we needed to build better roads to these areas. But I don't know... So we're currently losing 13 ducats a month. Oh, cool, because we're buying food. Nice. So even though we increase the amount of food that we're actually... So that gives them more power. Cultural influence, tribes allowed in cabinet, monthly process of decentralization, tribal land rights. Common militias, commoners and administration, fewer levies. Oh, so that lowers that. Yeah, I'm not really sure what we do. Matters of faith we are second to none. Our support for our religion and the devotion we show impress the people around us. Cool. Gain 10 prestige. Okay, so we sorted the amount of food we were buying there. So money's heading back up again. A new outbreak. People of Edinburgh despair as their families and neighbours succumb to a relentless outbreak of influenza currently spreading throughout the area. Neighbourhoods once bustling with activity now echo with worry and uncertainty. Fortunately, there's little we can do to stop the spread of disease in our quality. That's it, nothing we can do about it. Cool. The only thing we can really do is build like a hospital or that, and ain't no chance we can be doing that. Inefficient minting again. Who's our guy? What are you? You even married? Ah, yeah. Oh no, she's dead. Christine de Bruce. Why don't we... Lady Eleanor of Douglas. Sorry, she already got a bairn! Oh, Christ. Yeah, go and marry a... Actually, do you need to marry someone? I don't think so. This is a character acting as a... Oh, so... Andy Murray's a regent just now. Okay, so that doesn't really matter. Oh yeah, he doesn't have any kids. So the actual heir to our... The actual heir to our country is we David here. And he's 14. So what... I don't know what age he becomes the big chief. Still got rebel movements, but I think a lot of that is we're just waiting on this integration getting finished. So 1st of January 1342, what is it? Oh, we've still got 4 years. Yeah, I wonder what's going on down here. Building out, we've got 3 spy points. That's the Isles that are charging a wee army around. Okay, I think we just have to wait to try and try and get some more people, you know? Unprofitable buildings, but they're barely unprofitable. Can I just get... Is it possible to get rid of these? Like... I've seen it. Yeah, maybe I need to figure out like the trading and stuff to figure out how we get more cash then. Because it looks like we have decent trade capacity here. Fine cloth and jewellery is what we need. The government needs are met, but some buildings are missing goods. And then pops are missing goods. And we have positive food stockpile just now. So let's deactivate that. Okay, here's it. Okay. This is our current trades right now. We're bringing in wheat. And we're bringing in a lot of wheat. And wine. No, we're not bringing in much wine. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah, we're bringing in like barely any wine. But we're bringing in a ton of wheat. And we're exporting wool to Bruges. So we could be exporting okay, we can okay. Yeah, just click it. Okay, so we can now export silver across. And we've got 0.4 trade capacity left. So do we just... No, that's not what I wanted. Do we just increase and use all of our trade capacity? Oh, okay, so that's market automation, right. Wine from Riga to Edinburgh market has run out of supply and there's nothing available to export. What's happened? Unused trade capacity. Yes, right. So, what does the government need? Nothing. This is what our buildings need. That'll get us 5 ducats. Merchants have begun trading fine cloth from Bruges to Edinburgh market. Let's... Okay, let's cancel that one. Let's go to... For pop needs. Okay, that'll get us $3 and the pops need it. Okay. I think we're figuring this out. So the pop needs, what's that? Saffron for 1.89. If we pull in, what is that, fur? Yeah, fur. Why is that food imports? So that's silver? So we can import silver from Prague. Like we don't need food just now. Okay, so that's all of that we can actually get, and then I think that 1.89. I think that importing as much silver as possible from Prague is the best then. I might be completely fluffing this, but I might also be sorting our expenses. But we'll see. Okay, we didn't see. Fine cloth from Bruges to Edinburgh Market is getting outcompeted by Flanders, Holland and Brabant, who have higher trade advantage. Cloth from Prague is getting outcompeted by Bohemia. How do I get more trade advantage then? Okay, I obviously don't understand my market then. I think I need more info on this one. Trading. Yes. There we go. You have to hold over for a second. Trade involves moving goods between markets and selling and buying in those markets. Trade route may be profitable or unprofitable depending on the price difference between export and import markets. Each country present in a market has maximum trade capacity. Trade advantage determines priority. Who will get their exports fulfilled first? Limited amount of supply goods in the market get distributed by the trade advantage that country has in the market. Okay, so we can't actually get any from here. Because of trade advantage. Because tons of people have higher trade advantage than us. So are we better just getting stuff from like London and Dublin and maybe Bruges? So, yeah, there's Edinburgh to Dublin. I don't think they've even got... Yeah, they don't have enough to make that worthwhile. They seem to have dyes, though. So maybe we'll get some dyes. I don't think we're getting any fines. Right. Paris has dyes as well that's worth like 1.89. Oh no, that's who we were ordering off of. Okay. We can obviously export stuff. And if we export stuff, that should get us higher higher advantage in their eyes, I'm assuming. Okay, we've got 40.3 alum. And we are... I don't know if we'll be able to sustain that. Okay, what else can we sell at a decent amount? Probably wool. We actually have a lot of wool. And if we keep selling to Bruges, we should be able to get a higher like market presence. Is that right? Okay, let's try that for the next month and see if I'm correct in thinking this. They actually have a surplus of wool and stuff. They need fruit, wheat, fur, furniture, and livestock. Okay, let's run this for a month and see how that kicks us off. That's interesting that some of the Edinburgh market actually is in Ireland at the moment. Yeah, so we've got the highest trade advantage here. And we don't have a lot of trade advantage in Dublin. No trade capacity. Interesting. So how do I see our... So this is us. So we can actually build trade capacity in Dublin, but that's not going to... Ah. So if we want to have more of a... If we want to have more of a trade presence, what the heck's economy trading? And for example, Bruges, to open that Bruges market. Oh, I thought that we would be there just in general. Buildings in foreign locations. So is it possible for us to... Like, can we build something here? Yeah, no trade capacity. So, we can build an overseas trading post. No, we can't. Maritime presence, trade advantage, 0.2, and trade capacity. So why can't we build that? Does it tell us? Remove market filter. Why? Is it because they don't like us that we can't build something, or? Not sure. Oh, our Diplo is down at 0. Okay, so how did... We just passed into September, didn't we? So it seems like our trades are working here. Importing through Bruges. Exporting through Edinburgh. So we are earning from this. Right, so that makes sense, but then how, like, where does this money go? So that's your trade income. Okay, that says a lot higher than what we're actually getting. Does the trade income get reduced by something? Let's stop automating this stuff. Weird. I don't know why we can't tax them. It literally doesn't tell us. We're already taxing them as much as possible. Yeah, I'm missing something here. Not spending anything on diplomacy. Forts are minimized. Army's pointless. We're just keeping legitimacy. We're trying to increase our trading as much as possible. Let's see, like, how do markets work? Markets are the heart of the economy in EU5. All locations belong to a market where they sell and buy goods needed for pop needs, buildings and constructions. Selling goods to a market locations generates tax base for the estates, which can in turn be collected in government. Markets with green header are owned, whereas markets with blue headers are markets where we have trade capacity but do not own any location. You're advised to automate each individual market by clicking the cog icon. That will keep our trade capacity used up on the most interesting merchants at all times. Construct buildings like marketplaces and trade offices to increase our trade capacity. Locations will fall under the market with the highest market attraction in their territory, even if it's a foreign market. Market attraction of foreign markets can be negated by market protection. Market owner of this location gets the benefits. Most importantly, they can control who has access. Yeah, I don't understand. Green markets, you own it. Yeah, I don't. It doesn't really tell us how to increase market attraction. So that's a trade capacity. Okay, so that is just trade capacity. Missing inputs. So we need fine cloth and jewellery. But something tells me we aren't able to get any fine cloth or jewellery. Who has the most? Kulon. We drop that down just so we can try and get some from Kulon. And then, where was the fine cloth? Yeah, can we try and get silver from Prague? I'm not sure if it'll work. Well, let's see. So what was that? I was in that trade screen there. Money. Trading. Markets. Not sure at the moment. Organized religion, advanced research. Now have organized religion, which gives us the following benefits. Extra possible clerics and extra max literacy. Major role in every society, yet not every faith has the same structure. Organized religion is rituals and belief systems systematically arranged and follows defined doctrines. Can we get guilds then? Hello? I thought we were paused. Yes, let's get the guilds. People of Edinburgh despair. Smallpox. Not much we can do about that. And let's get peasant connection so the food's a bit cheaper. We're trying our damnedest to get Scotland back on track. 1342, we need to wait till... Jesus. That's many years to try and get... God. Many years to try and get back ahead with this. Jewellery from Cologne to the Edinburgh market is getting outcompeted by Cologne, who has higher trade advantage. Like, there's just no... I could probably try and buy it from London, I guess. And let's ditch the Cologne one. Fucking thing, man. I don't know what this is. It doesn't really tell us what... Ah, we need gold and silver in the Edinburgh market. Cool. Because we don't have gold. It's a nightmare to mint. That would make a lot of sense. It comes up with this as like a red, and it's like, oh, there's smallpox. It's like, well, what can I frickin' do about it, mate? Oh, that's fun. Yeah, it's like, what can I do about it? Seems like, yeah, it seems like we're still... This is slowly but surely rising, as you can see, but we need... I mean, we need money. If we can't get the money situation under control, there's not much that we can do. We're in a ton of debt. I feel like I need... No, cancel. Nope. Like, we're doing this mission, but I'm like... Infrastructure, development, trade, traditional economy. Yeah, what about... Can we just do the economy walkthrough? Will that help us? Okay, let's do this. Go dive a bit deeper. Let's go into the markets tab. This is what I wanted. Here you can see a list of markets where your country is present. While on the map you can see all the markets in the known world. Every location belongs to a market where they sell goods they produce and buy goods they need. Many things in the game require goods. Pops need goods to live, constructions need goods to progress, buildings need goods to function, and armies need goods to fight. You can see on the map your Dunfermline belongs to Edinburgh. So anything you build there will use goods from that market. Okay. Oh, and we can right click to gain. Cancel all trades, relocate, destroy, food stockpile. Government needs jewellery and fine cloths. Okay. Production of all locations is sold every month to the market stockpile, providing them with tax space. Of course. Okay, that makes sense. Conversely, all locations try to buy goods they need from the market by order of market access. The difference between the supply and demand of a good in a market will influence its market price. Note that markets transcend country borders. The production of your locations always goes directly to the respective market, so foreign locations in the same market might be buying those goods before your own locations if they have higher market access. Market access of location depends on its distance from the market centre, and like proximity, you can improve it with roads. Locations will generally tend to belong to the closest market, that is, the one where they have higher market access. So if I start running roads down into London and south, then we'll start taking over more of London's market. Markets are never completely isolated from each other, and moving of goods between two markets is called trade. Countries can move goods between markets by using trade capacity, creating a profit or a loss in the process. On top of that, burghers living in a market will conduct trade of their own. By default, trade is automated in all markets, which means any trade capacity you possess in that market will be used up automatically on the best deals available. We recommend you leave all trade automated. Finally, pop's also producing food. Food is produced by labourers working in RGOs, like wheat, although peasants working on subsistence agriculture also contribute a small amount. Every market has food, which increases or decreases monthly. If the market runs out of food, population will suffer starvation. You can see the food balance of a market in its market card. Let's continue by exploring goods. Do this by clicking the Pop's Need button on the market card. Here you can see all the goods in a specific market. Since the Pop Needs filter is already applied, you're currently seeing the market balance of all the goods your Pops need. You can increase the supply of any good in a given market 3 ways. Expanding RGO, constructing buildings, or importing via trade. Make create an RGO to collect wool, then construct a Spinners Guild building to refine that wool into cloth. Okay. Fruit buildings in Edinburgh market. Highest profit per building is 0.6. So the Pop needs furniture? Highest profit per building is 5.6. So the market price is really high. So would I want to import fine cloth then? Interesting. Right. Open Productions panel. Open Buildings tab. Unlike RGO, all buildings need some input goods to function, but only some produce goods and therefore tax base. Other buildings have different purposes and give manpower, recruit regulars, improve crown power, or increase control. Buildings just like RGOs have a construction cost and take some measure of in-game time to build. Once done, to be able to function, a building requires a supply of raw goods to be present in the market it was built. Remember, your country could have more than one market. Yes, what's with this? Different buildings employ different social classes. If there's not enough free pops available of the required social class when new buildings finish, peasants will start to promote according to the speed, yeah. Buildings can also lose employees when pops die. Yeah, don't build anything in places that are missing too many. Yeah, we get that. Buildings are unprofitable. Yeah, okay, so there's also that. And if buildings are missing inputs, we should sort that. And I guess we've got a lot of stuff here. Like unprofitable buildings, building missing inputs, that type of thing. Okay, open the government panel and go to the missions tab. Next, you have a few missions that are accessible within the missions tab. Once you finish all missions for your playstyle, you'll be prompted to take a walkthrough similar to this one for another playstyle. Okay, so because we're currently doing the Humiliate a Rival one. Yeah, Inveruri's still missing a load of people. I think what we should do, instead of having you stabilising the country just now, can I actually get you to do not development, population growth. Should we do some settle tribesmen in Inveruri? No, cancel. Settle tribesmen. Where was it? Where was it we needed? Here. Because Inveruri has, if we look at its demography, 2,000 tribesmen but only 66 peasants. So if we settle tribesmen, we're more likely to get that bashing out. And it's also going to do that everywhere, and we've got a ton in Aberdeen that we actually need to be settling out. Loads of horses, but I think yeah, we need 600 more in employment, so that makes sense. I've got no money to do pretty much anything else, unfortunately. So our pop says that they need... Is it jewellery or fine jewellery? Is that... like, what were we... Obviously I can't do much. Just jewellery, and that's what we're importing from London. And we were doing that for a building. Yeah, it's difficult to get a hold on. Silver from Praha. Oh, that sucks. Hey, the King's education. Hush voices in a court whisper that young King David is not adopting through Scots sensibilities while exiled in France. They fear that upon his return he will be as if the realm is ruled by a foreigner. Send a Highlands chieftain. Then administrative, military, or diplomatic. So if I send Highlands, he'll become Highland. Now let's get him administrative. Get him an administrative education, because it seems like that's where we're going to be lacking for a little while. Can I... can I get you guys to give me some freaking money or something? Ask for money. Oh, we don't have a diplomat. What's our diplomats doing? Oh, 2 spy networks. Can we just cancel this spy network then? And then can I ask these guys for some money? Oh, we just need a diplomat now. How many diplomat points does it cost? Or do we just need to wait until February? What have we got? Oh, okay, we're currently at 0.98. Okay, we just need to let it tick up. Okay, our Scotland. By its very nature, Scotland's a pluralistic land with diverse folk of many different origins. However, some say that diversity is its weakness. It would be better to consolidate together and present ourselves as one people, one voice. 100 cultural tradition. Remove Highlands and accepted culture. English Scots dialect becomes the new court's language. Scots culture gains 100 cultural influence. We embrace Highland as our primary culture. Add Scots as an accepted culture. Celtic traditions, government reform. Gaelic Scottish dialect becomes our new court language. Highland culture gains 100 cultural influence. I'm just going to say diversity makes us what we are. I don't know what cultural tradition does though, and I probably should have checked. Wait, we still don't have a yeah, we've got one out of 3 diplomatic capacity. I don't understand. Do I need to... I mean, I can cancel... Wait, what is it? Oh, it's here. So it's just silver from the Prague market has run out again. Let me just cancel that market entirely. What else can we pull in? I wonder if we just pull some salt in. Is the best shout. Our trade income is pitiful in comparison to the rest of the income that's required. Like, is it something from the estates? Oh, we can bribe the clans. Oh, we lose 50% support and we only have 3% support in the parliament. Ugh. So I can't really request much there. Okay, we've got foreign cultural marital society, martial society, sorry. Language that pleading mining law, noble controlled mining. A monthly progressive plutocracy. I don't think there's any laws that we can do right now that's going to very quickly increase how much cash we're getting. Feudal administration. Scots clan holdings. Ooh. I don't think I want to change that. Oh. The court language is French? Like, what happens if we change this? Oh, because we've got different powers. So we're currently French, so we've got a 14%. Ah, interesting. Jewellery from London is getting outcompeted by England. Well, I wonder how. I think that's alright. I think it's still something that we can... And there's really a place we can pull jewellery in from, though. Okay, so we're doing all this, right? And we get 0.52 trade income. If I just say, okay, automate the markets, right? And let it run. We get 0.52 for me finagling. 0.51. Ha, suck it. Right, I wanted to... Why can I not ask for money? Don't have a diplomat. What do you mean we don't have a diplomat? We've got 0.2 diplomats, is that the problem? Oh, because we've got 0 diplomatic spending, of course we don't. No. So we're slowly getting diplomatic stuff. Yeah, I don't... See if we move their capital to Edinburgh. It would cost us far too much money. And a ton of stability that we really can't afford right now. We're just going to end up in so much debt. What are you building there? Raise army levy. Okay. How's your war getting on? Not, yeah, is it diplomacy? Is it? Well, this shows. No, that's ours. Wait, are they? Are the Isles? I'm so confused. They've got a truce. And we collect tribute from them. Okay. Yeah, how's a 100 Years War going? Oh jeez. Defensive alliance against England. A lot of France there. Yeah, so is our, not our diplomacy, but our trade stuff. Calling our states to parliament to resolve any parliamentary issues they may have, whilst also giving opportunities to create CBs, etc. Well, yeah, it makes more sense to call it in Dunfermline. Conduct a census. We'll get extra pop growth. Expand the road network. So is this like, this is what, okay, while the issue is being debated, we get this thing. So it's basically like, if you want to build more roads, you want to do this. You know, if you want to make the peasants happier, you do this. Make our subjects happier and give us more money. Make more castles. Trade expedition. So the burghers get happier. We get trade expedition, which increases trade capacity by 4. I think, if anything, we'll get more loyalty and more subject income. Does that sound about right? What is our subject income just now? Nothing. Yeah, I feel like trade capacity would probably do us more. Selecting this issue will add 18% to the parliament support as the clergy is backing it. The nobility is backing it. And I'm assuming the burghers are backing this, yeah. So let's do this one. Okay. Parliament's in session, has 180 days left. They're currently debating it, supports at 11%. So how do we get more support? Lose naval tradition. Change values towards land. And that'll give us extra support impact. So if I... Is this what I need to do for this parliament stuff? So the parliament will not pass it. We enact closed borders policy. Adaptation to innovative ideas. So we're heading towards traditionalist. Okay, but if I focus on land... Society strayed too much from our roots. We must push towards ideals and take more care of the land. Okay. So the nobilities... We lost some navy tradition, but it also gets us closer to passing... So we could get more taxes approved, which may be what we actually need. So we can tax the commoners a bit more. I don't think we can though. We'd have to tax the lairds a bit more. Antagonism towards us centred on Dunfermline. Ugh. That's a lot. Okay, maybe we just need to allow this to continue. The commissioners are unhappy. Who the fuck are the commissioners? Ah, that's alright, they'll get happier. Building roads rights, monthly prosperity, progress to plutocracy. Oh, we can increase market attraction. It gives them a bit more power, but they don't really have much at the moment. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, people did not like that. It's okay, I think it's only the commoners that aren't very happy with us. And they can rise up. A new loan! Would you look at that? We're still missing a ton of people. So how's this getting on here then? Because we've been doing this for a little while. Yeah, we're getting a lot of peasants, that's good. Yeah, we're still just losing money hand over fist. We're the 53rd power in the world. Nice. It makes me wonder if, like... God, we're paying 51 cents in income. That's, like, more than we're actually gaining from trade. I'm like, for God's sake, like, what do we need to do? We're just missing tons of employees. Why is our trade efficiency low? Because of our crown power. The fuck is our crown power? This, crown power, estate power. Because we're in debt. And that makes our trade efficiency lower. And because we're below 25%, everything sucks. Maximum rural control levy size. What was this that I done? So this will cost us 20 stab. But is there a way that we can boost our crown power? No, not at the moment. Interesting, so there's like a... If you start going into debt, you are... If we start with inflation, we're just going to end up screwed. I need to integrate Sutherland as well. Town demands seat in Parliament. The town of Perth is grown rich and prosperous, and the people there are disappointed that they have not been chosen as the seat of the current Parliament. Representatives of Perth demand compensation and a guarantee from us, securing their interest in the future. They are threatening to leave if the demands are not granted. Oh, we'll gain 25% support. Yeah, sure, crack on. That has gained us support in Parliament. So how long's... Oh, I've got 44 days left. Okay, never mind then. Because I was like, oh, maybe we could request the additional taxes. No, we'll just let this tick through. A new loan. We need... Bro, I need you to actually... fucking kick it off, mate. Wait, you've got a missus? Parliament agreed. There we go. We've got trade expedition for 10 years. Invest in a dedicated merchant expedition. Exhibition. Fuck. I don't... Man, I can't speak today. Okay, so how's the extra trade doing for us? It's not. Cool. Or does that not tick over yet? Local fortification expert discovered. Local administrators in Edinburgh have reported the locals of some rather intriguing ideas how to create better fortifications. Fort building costs negative 10%. Yeah, I think the kingdom needs your ideas. I think we need our... Oh no, that's just building costs. I ain't building any. I thought it was maintenance costs. Hey, we finally got our king. And maximising our taxes. High administrative ability. No, pause please. Remaining ruler time for getting the next trait. Okay, so it takes time to get traits. Okay. You're Catholic and you're culturally Scots. Right, so how does that affect everything then? Like, does that improve legitimacy now that we've got an actual power? And will we get more crown power now that we've... So crown's currently at 5% power. But is that... Is it increasing? Is it decreasing? Is there a way to get rid of it? We've got change policy cost right now. No, okay, wait, it is below 25. You know what? There's a big eye here that I could click. Crown power represents the influence of our government within our own borders. As the crown, we share resources of our country with our estates. Higher crown power... Okay. Increase control in our locations by building roads. Revoke privileges from our most powerful estates when we have high stability, but keep an eye on their estate satisfaction. So who has the most power? The lairds? So that gives... Is that like 50%? Agenda impact for nobility, monthly progress to aristocracy. So what can we nuke off of these guys? They're pretty freaking happy with us at the moment. Max control. Oh, so that actually reduces our max control. Makes our cabinet more efficient. Levies tax efficiency. So that's good because that's maximum tax. Was it this one? Yeah, stability decay and agenda impact. That'll cost us 244 to revoke that. 75 to revoke that. Bloody hell. I mean, we can revoke stuff from the commoners, but like, come on, man. Oh, what's this? Heir can have a better education. A balanced education. So it's +5, because right now... You're the heir. Okay, never mind. Yeah, you can have a balanced education. Oh, no, okay. Oh, an expensive one. Okay. I probably want you to be administrative as well. Thanks. And yes, we've got an underage heir, but that's fine, because our guy is old. As old as young. So I think we're just on a spiral now. Alright, let's continue this until the logical conclusion, shall we? Oh, we don't have any... Wait, no, we do. We've got 1 out of 2 rivals. Oh, they're a rival, okay. And I don't want to rival anyone else. So that's why we couldn't do that mission that we took. Because... where was it? It was in here, wasn't it? Missions. Can we take one of these? What's this? Establish a base of a new economy focused on creating capital through production, trade, or loans. Capital serves beating heart, prosperous, ever-growing nation. Do trade or traditional economy. Let's develop a capital economy. Let's see what this mission is. In the Edinburgh market. Okay. So this is our missions, I'm assuming. So it says we need to establish a trade. Be able to choose an urban location for subsequent mission tasks. An urban location. Let's go to Edinburgh. For economic growth, we require an established trading network. Any kind of import-export will suffice for our merchants to gain the needed experience for future enterprises. Okay. And at least one of these commissioners greater or equal total 6 total estate privileges. Oh, we need all of those or the estate power to be strong. That we've already done. Okay, so go to the location we chose for the mission. Oh, shit. Back. Click on the burgers that I can build. Start construction of burger buildings to grow their numbers, because we need equal to or greater than 2,349 burgers. So, this is the burger class. We can't do anything because... I think this one here was at the Spinners Guild. Has a chance to make us some decent cash. We need 33 ducats, okay. There we go, let's take that. Let's see if we can spin this out by doing one of the missions. Okay, so we'll start to do that, and then what does the rest of that mission require? That's it, just advancing the amount of burgers that are here. So if we build this extra spinners... The return of the king! Since he's been a wee bairn, King David II the Bruce has been living in exile as protection against the ever-present threat of English capture. Meanwhile, the defence of the realm has been in the capable hands of our lairds. Owing to the recent lull in fighting, young David II's begun his voyage to Dunfermline to retake his rightful place on the Scots throne. Though he may seem to some as a cowardly Wayne, he's the firstborn son of the late hero King Robert the Bruce himself. Welcome to King's Return. Oh nice, extra 25 legitimacy. Sick. With pomp and ceremony! Now research guilds, which gives us the following benefits. Possible burgers in towns and cities, plus 100, and max literacy for burgers, plus 5%. Sick. Okay, so what? Ooh! I didn't realise there was the tree. A bloody tree! Okay, that's just too much for my head. Just give me what we got. Oh yeah, I got cost of purchasing food down. Pause. don't know what institutions would be. Let's let this one go ahead. Let's open the tree. So I don't know what we actually... Is this stuff that we've got, or is that just for Scotland? I'm assuming we've done all of this, yeah. We've got that one. And the requirements are not met for this one. Oh, we need to be a subject of England. Yuck. Oh yeah, we got guilds. Ah, so there's the peasant connection. I would need universal Christianity. That's our shipbuilding stuff. I thought this was a long fella, a long father. Bronze working. Okay, and that takes us down to there. Yeah, a lot of this is quite sucky because we're just in like age of traditions. Okay, so let's continue through what we're doing. Oh, we actually have very few unprofitable buildings. I think the missing employees are definitely getting better. The RGOs really need a lot of employees though. How's that getting on? 1st of April 1342, we're getting closer. I wonder, like, how much is it to build a road to Edinburgh? Ooh, 284 is a lot. Roads are expensive. What is this here? Travel time. Minimize the cost of the new road. Oh, is that just like... Oh, okay, so if we select from here to here, then it's shown as... Okay, okay. It's making the road go from there to there with the slowest cost, with the lowest cost. Okay, where's this mission? Yeah, we just need to get more burgers. Burgers. Yeah, we've still got 1,000 available for employment. So like what buildings get us more burgers? Interesting, there's no burgers employed there. Why? So why is production efficiency so low? Because of negative prosperity. Prosperity in Edinburgh is negative 40%. And it changes monthly by plus 0.9. Do we have... Does it say how much this is changing? No. Interesting. So this mission just says, go to the location, click on burgers to see buildings, the burgers button to the left of the panel. So go to Edinburgh, click on burgers. Is that right? And see the buildings that you can build for that social class. Start construction of the burgers building in order to grow Their numbers. Wait, is there a building called Burger? No, okay. Why is this not just not working? What? Okay, I don't know why that's just not working. Like, why are people just not getting employed there? We still have 1,000. The building's open. I don't understand. There's no burgers employed. Counts towards market language. Can be promoted from peasants. Wait, why are they all going to Dunbar? That's interesting. Dunbar's a rural settlement. Edinburgh's a town. Like, why are the burgers emigrating to Dunbar? Now they're going to Dunfermline. Interesting. I don't know why. I don't know why, and I don't like it. So it's currently 2,000... The fuck is going on here? Wayward weather? There's currently 2,179 in Edinburgh. Hey, Lady Margaret the Bruce has reached the age of 16, and she is a ruler's younger sister and courtier in the Kingdom of Scotland. We are throwing her a party, and then she can get to work. Okay, so we can marry her off to someone for an alliance. Who can we marry you to? Just one of these idiots. Ugh. Oh, you're alright. Weather systems are currently affecting a country. There's a cyclone in Dumbarton heading towards Braemar. Strength has steadily been increasing, and it's now a catastrophic hurricane. You what? Wind damage, sandstorm, and coastal areas. Okay, cool. So, yeah, so we've got 2,184 in Edinburgh right now. What happens when we take over? 2,184. 2,188. So we are growing in Edinburgh. So why are... There's so much stuff for them here. There are no clerics employed there, but we've got 50 available employment. Yeah, there's 100 there and 50 there. So why is it saying there's only 50 available employment? So this, oh my god, this game gets even more complicated. So they're currently using iron, but we don't have any iron in the Edinburgh market. But we can use stone, which we do have. Or we can use copper and tin, which makes more tools. And then we can sell that. So why don't we switch over... Wait, so we're getting 2.25 of those. Of stone. Yeah, but that makes less. So if I do that, will that then... Sale of titles. One of our advisors suggests selling off titles of the lairds to anyone who can afford to pay. It would bring in lots of money and open a way for social advancement to the rich. If we do, but we devalue the idea of lairds and perhaps upset the existing. Sure. We need gold. I don't care if they get pissed. Wait, that's not what we selected. We selected that. Why did that change? I don't understand. Using bronze toolmakers. Market access 100%. There are no burgers employed. Is that why? Is it not? So I'm assuming we could if we had this. Well, the building's capable of doing, but we just don't have anyone working here. Why is no one working here? Is it because we've got no iron? No, we've got bog iron. So we've got +3 and -5. See. So bog iron smelters. Okay, there's 200 labourers there. So if I get $50, I get it. And say build a bog iron smelter in Inverness. Will that allow us... Sir Albert Stafford, political exile from England's appeared at our court. He's offering service to the monarchy in return for protection. Should we take him in? Get 10 prestige. England dislikes us. The guy's got a funny hat. Oh, he's a jester. He's a jester. Oh, that drops our diplomat. Oh, he's not a ruler though. Seems alright, but... Yeah, give us a prestige, sure. Come over. You're probably spying for them, but whatever. He's been thankful for being granted asylum in the Scots court, however, he's recently drawn attention to the fact that there are many other English notables in his position. Men of great wisdom and influence, he insists. It'd be useful to allow him to join our court should we wish to step up our opposition to English ambitions. 100 English pots will migrate each month from Warwickshire to Fife. Yes. Get me more pops, man. So all the lairds are building their... Oh, we actually have two thingy. Oh. Does that mean that we can... Economic actions. Ask for money. No. Wait, what? We can't ask for money from them. What about you, Wales? Do you want to give me money? No, we lack a 25 love in England required. You guys, you want to give me some money? No. Okay. What about France? Do you want to give me some money? No. Oh, I need favours. Ah, okay. So, France actually needs to owe us a favour to get some money off them. How do I curry favours? 25 each month, these can be used to help with various diplomatic endeavours. Ah, okay. Ah, interesting. That's cool. So we've got a chance of getting in 100 months, which is a long ass time. If we can survive that long. That's good though, I like that. What are you doing? Oh, you're raising levies still. Really need to get this integration done, man. Oh look, we're taking loans again. Are these burgers even building up? The 2207 just now. What does it say we need? 2207. 2212, yeah, great. They're building by like 5. Aha! The Tools Guild is now working. So, is that because they needed... But no, because we may have increased... We are still running out of whatever that is, but... We need clay, we need lumber, and we need tool. Oh my god. Okay, we need clay, lumber, and tools. Was this not losing money? What is this one? Goods not... Interesting. Right, we've got very little of that. Very little wine. We've actually got the most beer. We've got no pottery. And no glass. We were trying to build pottery, but we've got no clay. No clay, no wood, and no tools either. So what we actually need is clay. It says we don't need any more clay, but we're demanding 7 and producing 2. We can increase that RGO for 51 ducats. I'm really confused by that. It says that we don't need any. What's happening here? Wait, is another sandpit getting made? Who's making that? I didn't build that. Was that one of the... Because I know that it says like, oh, they want a toll castle in Dumfries, you know, and a winery in Aberdeen, a sandpit. The commissioners want a sandpit in Aberdeen. And that's what's getting built. So did they pay for it? Okay, so peasant connections have come down. Enemies on the horizon, belligerents from Orkney have presented what they claim a perfect legitimate following through on threat to CB. What? Who threatened you? Who threatened the bloody Orkney Isles? Oh, crack on Orkney. See what happens. Bloody lunatics. Who are... Yeah, who are your allies? How do we see... Monarchy, county, settled country. It's a vassal kingdom of Norway. Like, piss off, Norway. I think you should just give us Orkney because, you know, it's closer. Uh-oh. Lady Elspeth. Uh-oh. Can I just pause for 2 frickin' seconds? New era of knowledge and arts and progress emerging due to the growing interactions and institutions in medieval societies affected by Pax Mongolica, the Islamic Golden Age, and the European Renaissance. Thirst for knowledge, imperialism. I think I need to go administrative just now to try and get us out this hole, really. We're throwing her a party. Ah, okay, so the Age of Traditions, meritocracy appeared in Kanbalik and hasn't spread. Got ya. Oh, that's cool. Okay, okay. Yeah, I've got nothing in my research here at the moment. Construction speed, RGO size. I think I won extra diplomats just now. So much advances. How do we get faster research progress, or we just don't? Oh, literacy. Obviously, making our pops more literate. Come on, 1st of April. Incompetent diplomacy. It's almost impossible to conceive how incompetent King David the Bruce is when handling diplomacy. Don't know how he did it, but he managed to hurt our diplomatic standing in the world with a single letter of apology to an ambassador. Cool. Proud of you, buddy. What's your blood fighter? Army initiative. Blood fighter. It's freaking bold fighter, you lunatic. Is that, have you got, oh, you do have a baby. Margaret. Right, you've got a message, just keep smashing them out, mate. Oh, he's 18, just turned 18. So what are these? So we're encouraging tribesmen to settle. The estate represents the families of landed. So is it the nobility that's doing the constructions then? How are we getting on over here? We currently have not enough labourers. Wow, there's a ton of peasants here. And we're trying to get the tribesmen to integrate. The institution appeared in Dubrovnik. Banking. Moneylending's existence in metal-based coins appeared in antiquity. However, it depended on some individuals and their family groupings or on the ancient states. A shift occurred in the Middle Ages, encouraged by the renewed growth of long-range commercial activities on the Eurasian continent and its peripheries. Specialised moneylenders began to organise when Jewish communities started operating between the Christian and Islamic worlds. However, the boom of credit demand that followed the Crusades in the 12th century encouraged merchants in the Italian city-states to create larger structures for money lending, effectively founding the first banking institutions such as Peruzzi and Bardi houses. More instruments were developed like bills of exchange and debt bonds, and banking dynasties such as the Medici, Fugger or Welser soon become powerful estates. So, we spawned in Dubrovnik. Interesting place to spawn. Here's people like smashing out freaking new institutions, and we're sitting here like dirt. I don't know. Yeah, we can pull a bit more tax off of them. We do need to sort the amount that we're taking from the commoners, because they were getting spaghetti. God, we're paying $2 a month in interest. Like, we are getting better, but yeah, that interest is really scuppering us. How are we doing for trades anyway? What's our current trades? Well, actively losing a bit here and here. Oh my days, that's because I've got them locked. That's probably why it's sticking at like 0.54. Let's see what the next month gives us. Oh, 0.42, never mind. Yeah, we've finally integrated Sutherland. Okay, let's go to our cabinet then. We've got no cabinet action assigned. I don't think there's anywhere that we can... Yeah, nothing that we can really integrate. We're already at 100% legitimacy. Yeah, there's nowhere to integrate. If we increase our control down here in Lothian, that'll give us... Or do we want it in Aberdeenshire? I feel like Aberdeenshire is doing something right now with the amount of buildings and stuff that's going on in Aberdeen. Obviously we're trying to push Edinburgh a bit better. See, the Potters Guild is now working, but the Distillery Guild isn't. I think it just takes a bit of time for them to do what's required, I guess. You're currying favours with France. What about... So Mori pays us a fair bit, don't they? Diplomacy. Yeah, Mori pays us a fair bit. So... Not friendly. Subject actions. Divert trade, enable scootage. I want you to... Our subject needs to have at least 150 opinion of us, and you only have 135. Okay, so friendly actions... Improve opinion. So, between you guys... and the Isles... Ah, okay, we don't have a full one diplomat in order to do that. Cool. Okay, I'm starting to understand the diplomat thing. And how that works. Currently taking loans. That's interesting. I wonder if that's because, like, if you take it from the estates, then they get more powerful. Okay, we're improving opinion with them. Yeah, we're increasing control in Aberdeen and encouraging the tribesmen. We just need to get a handle on this three ducats that we're losing here. It's like fort maintenance is so expensive. So can we go into our buildings and find the stuff? Yeah, why is this cathedral just not working? Is it because it's lacking stuff? Cool. So how can I tell? Right, we've got a ton of buildings. So they're all profitable buildings though. There's some buildings that are obviously missing inputs. There's goods that are missing. Commoners are unhappy, but they're getting happier. There's no really unprofitable buildings. Apart from people missing employees. I'm trying to see like what is there that we can do. We're so far in debt. 320 bucks in debt. 320 ducats. Institution appeared the Renaissance. Starting now in the 14th century, the wealthy and powerful in the Italian city-states have been patronising artists and scholars willing to explore the old Roman and Greek societies of their forefathers. As a cultural movement, the Renaissance already encompasses most of the region and has a profound impact on literature, art, philosophy and music. Humanist scholars are also analysing the society in which they live, comparing it to the ideals of the classical philosophers. Renaissance humanism has grown into a more mature movement, ready to permeate all aspects of society. A new ideal for rulers as well as those who are ruled is spreading as quickly as the early printers can distribute copies of these new ideas. A true Renaissance humanist is an expert on everything from politics and philosophy to art, textual analysis, music and architecture. The Renaissance is now ready to reshape the world to better fit its classical ideals. Oh, looks like England are besieged. Okay, what do we want here? I don't know. Monthly army tradition is good because it sets our army getting tradition, you know. I'm assuming that, like, we can't just stand down a navy. Okay, the Bank of Bardi have taken over one of our loans. Cool. Do I take over that one as well? Oh, God. So yeah, we should have been improving relations with our vassals in order to get as much from them as possible. Okay, what buildings? 8 cathedrals. Is all these cathedrals? So if I go into buildings, go onto the cathedrals, actually. Can I just close all the cathedrals? Does that save us the money? Or not? Great news, our focus on traditional economics has quite literally borne fruit. This year we reap the benefits of tradition as our fields provide greater bounty than expected. Other nations focus on profitable export crops that are highly susceptible to environmental change. Our crops flourish and our people stay fed. No amount of gold can be worth more than the stability of a good crop yield provides to the commoners. Okay, well we're getting some stability at least. Professional armies in Constantinopolis. Armies have existed since war was invented many thousands of years ago. However, their form has changed over the centuries and different types of recruitment and organisation have developed in different cultures and periods. In the late Middle Ages, armies in a wide range of societies relied on levies based on the structures of feudal society, with knights and footmen forming a corps that was levied seasonally. In some regions, however, states were powerful enough to finance standing armies, with professional soldiers who would be available for duty throughout the year. The system was also developed in Europe after the outbreak of the 100 Years' War, being one of the main changes that promoted military revolution in the early modern age. Increasing the size of and quality of professional armies while finding new sources of revenue to finance them soon became one of the main challenges for rulers around the world. I mean, I'm just trying to finance just existing at the moment. Oh, we're only at negative. We're at negative 91 pence now. Aha! Exiles in the Principality of Wales. Our eyes and ears in Principality of Wales reported they've been taken in many of our king's political enemies who have previously been exiled from the Scots court. They're now pushing for strong action against the current Scots regime and are providing active assistance to the Welsh prince towards the achievement of that aim. How dare they? We're actually getting to the point where we could... There's a wharf in Edinburgh Market we could close. 3 wharfs and 2 monasteries. Like, are they making us any money? I don't know. What are the cathedrals doing? Max literacy for clergy, migration attraction, and pop conversion speed. They're actually really good. But they cost us so much money that we just can't. What's the wharfs do? We can't get rid of them. That's trade capacity. Which I think we're probably going to need for... So yeah, I think getting rid of the... Okay. I think we can smash this out now. I think that... Oh, it's green! We are... Chagrin Rowdy. We are so in the red because of 2 ducats worth of interest that we're paying. We're 300 ducats in debt. But I think that if we restart this, we've got it. So this video just went a full like 180 between, you know, us being absolutely screwed, no money, debt spiral, to finally coming out of the debt spiral. Would we be able to survive any longer? Not really sure. Because, you know, we're just getting out of the debt spiral. I don't know how we can... Oh, of course we can repay it because we actually had some cash. Yeah, we're just getting out of the debt spiral now. So we might be able to survive. But I think that we can... I think with the lessons that we learned, we could probably smash it out. In order to just earn some money. This isn't even making an army and taking over England yet. Oh, Jesus. But I think that this is a great introduction to how I cannot just jump into EU5 and be like, yeah, we'll smash this out as Scotland, who's like one of the harder starts because obviously you've got England that are just going to smash you soon. Right now, obviously they're kind of fighting with France, but yeah, it's mental. It's mental. I'm really loving the nuance to this game, and I think that we can probably... Man, I kind of want to just bounce out of this one. We've proven that we know how to get ourselves out of the debt that we're in. Oh, we done it! Hey! We managed to achieve this task. Nice. Task will be completed on the 7th of November, 1344. Hey, we're now aiming to achieve this task. Cool. Where's our missions? Oh, that's it. Oh, that's sick. Oh, that's really cool. Cardinals of in Acuria have come to a conclusion and have now enacted Libertas Ecclesiasticus. Imperial authority plus 20%. Yeah, I wonder why. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Let's go back to our money. 1.16. Now research the Baltic Crusades. what did we think? Construction speed and institution growth. Let's go with institution growth. Yeah, so that'll be done in 1344. Okay. Orkney have presented as... Okay, Orkney, if you want to frickin' go ahead, go ahead. Alright, let's grab you guys. Let's... Subject... Can we... What is it? Start annexation. Yes. As long as we have a... So how... 156. Okay, let's cancel improve opinion then. So we can get you back. Since Government of Kingdom officially began encouraging worship and folks in life and true Catholic faith, our people feel more secure in their daily lives. Nice, an extra 12 stability. That's pretty good. Naval supplies there. Sucking at the moment. How's the trade income? Just 0.63, it's not great. We can probably bump up the commoners and the commissioners tax a little bit as well. Just to keep us going. We are rolling in money. Look at that, I've got 1.88 and we're going positive on ducats. Oh god. That's alright, I don't mind people buying over the loans. That's insane. I can't believe we're actually getting ahead. People of Edinburgh despair as their family. Oh, it's measles, that's alright, whatever. Whatever, nobody cares about measles, never hurt anybody except the people that did. Oh, I can't believe that we're actually getting somewhere with this. Like we're almost at a full ducat a month, which is ridiculously not very much. I just want to get this. I just want to get this mission done. So what's the shortcuts for these? Anything? No. Oh, we've got Parliament possible. So what happens if we... What happens if we just select Edinburgh as our Parliament location? Like, what's the point? What's the difference? It's got the biggest population. Sure. Support a noble cabinet. Sponsor a cathedral. Urbanisation. Oh, that's fun. So Dumfries will become a town if we urbanise it. Get some more subject. Oh, we don't need that. So we'll get extra administrative, diplomatic and military towards aristocracy. Starts construction of a cathedral building for 96 bucks. Yeah, no thanks. Sure, let's make Dumfries a town. Yeah, it makes everyone happy. That's how much of the tax base that is expected to be cost of court. Sure, I don't know what that does. Is that, yeah, it's put us back under it. Cool. Surging demand for cloth triggered an economic boom in Edinburgh. New workshops, expanded markets, and increased trade have transformed the town into a vital node within our burgeoning capital economy. The commissioners applauded this development, eager to further their influence. However, voice among the commoners murmured that the land has been swallowed by unchecked expansion with little gain for those who toil the soil. Edinburgh gains growing cloth inventory. Commoners lose 10%. I feel like growing cloth economy, raw materials output, development's higher and cloth output's higher. Yeah, I think getting higher development in Edinburgh is probably a really good shout. And I can't remember where it showed development. Harbour capacity, diseases, flatland. Yeah, I can't remember what. Is this development? Yeah, development, there we go. So higher development gives like tons of good stuff. Wait, if I left click it. Oh, so you can increase. Oh, okay. So we're increasing control here just in order to... Ah, so he can now develop this province. Cool. Yeah, we're getting there. Wish we could just... I was going to say I wish we could just tax them, what apparently we could. Commissioners are concerned with the great influence of the lairds in our state. They claim that the many lower members of the lairds are disregarding the peace and laws of the land, using their positions of power and the lands that they hold to impose unreasonable tolls and taxes for passing traders. Some are even said to attack and waylay merchants, robbing or extorting them. Representatives of the Scots Commissioners now claim that the economic development of our country is held back by these excesses. The lairds, on the other hand, argue that they're simply charging reasonable fees for the use of the roads and their property. Some among them are willing to give the state a share of the money they take. The lairds are only taking what's within their rights, or make the... So the lairds are at 60%, the commissioners are at 50%. The commissioners are going down. So I think I would rather make the commissioners happy and upset the lairds a bit. Because the commissioners being happy gives us better trade advantage in production. There we go. Screw you lairds, and then they'll go up. Parliament members of Aberdeen hold an influential position within the Parliament as they represent one of our economic centres. Their wealth holds much sway in the Parliament, but fortunately for us, the position being discussed will benefit them if it passes, so their money is being spent on buying support instead of obstructing it. Hey! Yay! We've managed our mission! Sure, let's do trade focus. Managed to achieve this task. Edinburgh has... Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So we're doing a trade focus. 14.64 total trade capacity in Edinburgh. Click on the marketplace building. So that's saying that we should build more marketplaces. Oh, we can actually build one in Inverness. It's interesting. Because that's one of our pawns. That's funny. We've 41 ducats though, so we're not quite at that point of affordage. God, it's mental just how tight money is. Okay, so we got scholasticism. diplomatic capacity we don't really need. And we'll grab clearing of terrain because it might lead on to something. I should probably check these things, shouldn't I? Really? I'm assuming we actually need... Yeah, we need to embrace traditions. God, what a nightmare. So where was this clearing? City building. Oh, it's not, it's just here clearing terrain. Oh, we've only got 25 days left on this. E. Prelates and the commissioners. But the nobility means that... Oh, God. Fine. Just so I can get this passed. I definitely don't want to lose any points towards banking. There we go. We managed to push it through. Annoyingly, but we got it. Ordinary Scots folks are forced to have their legal trials heard in French, a language that they do not understand. Growing clamour for the judicial system to adopt common Scots so that pleas and sentences are more widely understood. Lose 10 legitimacy. Allow Scots to be used in common courts. Lose 5 in game. 2.5 stab. What is language of pleading? Is a law. Allows the following policies. I'll lose 5 legitimacy, but I want to... Yeah, sure. Common language policy. Sure. God, our prestige is just dropping like nobody's business. Oh, a loan has been taken over. Cool. Cardinals are doing stuff. Yeah, so we're still developing Lothian. It says we could do with... We could do with a market, but... We could do with a lot of things. Request additional taxes, I wish, man. Oh my god. Everyone's so happy right now that I can just like tax them out the ass. I don't know. 16.5. Ooh. Months remaining 2. 16.5. We've got 2 months left. Crown power would drop. Everyone would be unhappy with me. And we'll lose 50 stability for 60 months. That is brutal. However, it would save us a fortune. Let's see what happens. We're now making a decent chunk of change. Lost some stability, but we'll get it back. We're no longer making a decent chunk of change. Oh no. Okay, they're upsetty spaghetti with me. Okay, we might be losing a wee chunk of money just now. We don't need that much legitimacy though. Let's bunk that back to there. Oh, our trade income just fell off the fucking face of the planet. And I don't know why. Are we still losing? Why are we still? Why are we losing hand over fist now? The advisor suggested that as a gesture of goodwill, His Majesty should celebrate by arranging fisheries. I don't need the commoners to be happy. I'd rather just lose the prestige at this point. I'm not going back into debt. We just declared bankruptcy. So how do I view that? Oh, he's indulgent. Oh, cool. Wow, okay. We're bankrupt. 5-year period of harsh modifiers. An effort to bind their families, the Bruce has proposed that he should marry. What? Who are you? Are you just the guy with the jaunty hat? Oh, I can't afford to lose stability. Sure, you can marry whoever that is. I don't care. Oh, that's your daughter. I don't care. It's not. I think it's my sister or my cousin or something. I'm assuming that... Oh no, we can start annexation. 1st September 1348. Okay. Let's start annexing Moray. Oh god. We've taken a loan! Look at us go! We've got 5 years to survive. Oh, that's where it tells us we're bankrupt. If we can survive these 5 years... Yeah, shit, whatever. How are we earning from trade expense? How does that make any sense? Let's bump up the commoner's tax just a touch. And the lairds can get taxed a wee bit more. Okay, many land donations are quite old, and while they're always documented, both landscapes and names therein may well have changed since the donation was originally given. Recently, the prelates have been accusing several members of the lairds of outright land theft in the form of encroaching on lands donated to the prelates long ago. Lairds, on the other hand, argue that prelates are trying to seize lands they have no claim over. Do I want to make the prelates happier? The lairds happier? Or both of them upset? Well, the lairds, because the prelates don't pay me any tax. Oh, fuck. Oh no, okay, it's not us. The Black Death in Shingrululu. We recently received reports from there. Alas, our ship entered the port, but of 1,000 sailors, hardly 10 are spared. We reached our homes, our kindred and our neighbours come from all parts to visit us. Woe to us, for we have cast them the darts of death. Whilst we spoke to them, whilst we embraced us and kissed us, we scattered the poison from our lips, going back to their homes. They in turn soon infected their whole families, who in 3 days succumbed, and were buried in one common grave. Priests and doctors visiting the sick returned from their duties ill, and soon were numbered with the dead. O death, cruel, bitter, impious death, which thus breaks and bonds the bonds of affection, divides father and mother, brother and sister, husband and wife, lamenting our misery. We feared to fly, yet we dared not remain. Hey, at least we got clearing the terrain. It's the Highland clearances. Let's go cultural tradition. Sure. And we can also get more stability as well after that. Feel like that's gonna come in useful. Uh-oh. Recent war between France and England has taken a keen interest on David and others within the court. Under the terms of the old alliance, should one party be attacked by England, the other party would be expected to launch an invasion of the English territories. While Scotland is still recovering from the fallout of the Balliol attempts to seize the crown, the situation within France presents an opportunity to honour our alliance and launch an incursion in English territories. We'll lose 7 stab, but we can go into England. Create a guarantee, Scottish monetary aid. So, France receives Scottish monetary aid for 5 years. Incursion to England would be far too risky. Ah, fuck it. Unpressed CB. Right. Wait, we can't declare war? We don't have a fucking diplomat. Because one of them's currying favour with France at the moment. How much favour have we got? Have we got 25 yet? No, we got 12. Wait. Yeah, how do I cancel this? What? I'm currently on the Kingdom of France. We are currently currying favours. And I can't cancel it? How? Monthly change every country. Annexing countries. Incompetent diplomacy. Oh, we're not. It's just incompetent diplomacy. So we're not currying favours with France. Cool. It's just this idiot. Till 1352. So we can't actually do anything. We can't declare war. We can't declare war because we're annexing, and we'd literally need to... We'd need to increase diplomatic spending by a fair whack. Like, just to be able to... Yeah, we can't afford any spending at the moment. Hey, bountiful harvest. Hopefully that'll increase our incomes. Doesn't seem like it. Yeah, that's interesting. So people are like, if they need stuff, they will build stuff. They're building a toll castle in Irvine. Interesting. Okay, well, I feel like we've gone bankrupt, you know. I reckon we could probably push through and end up in less debt. However, we probably could have just paid off the debts that we had without going bankrupt, and then maybe invade England after that. But I feel like we've kind of figured it out, and I want to do like stage 2 of trying to exist as Scotland now that we kind of know what to do, and you know, like dropping some of the stuff that we don't need, and you know, like cancelling some of the buildings off for now, and you know, it might make us slower at becoming literate. but if it means that we can actually start earning cash, then that would be good, because the more money we get, the more we can develop the land. The more we can develop the land, the better we can earn money. Because I think we do, like, we need to focus very heavily on income at the start. But that will have to wait until the next episode. But thanks for sticking with this, and I hope that you will enjoy some more EU5 in the future, because I think it's going to take over my life. So As always, thanks a lot for watching. I've been Steve Rubin, awesome, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.